Hello students, welcome all of you. Today we have studied 12th standard economics subject. Last lecture we have already studied in topic number 1, introduction to micro and macroeconomics. In this topic, introduction, meaning, historical review of microeconomics, scope, features and important, these are the points also completed in last lecture or last video. Then today we are going to study in this topic next part, macroeconomics. You know, micro and macro, main two branches of modern economics. Micro means small and macro means large. So, large or aggregate or total means a macro, M-A-C-R-O. You know, micro word derived from Greek word macros, M-A-K-R-O-S, means large, aggregate, whole or total. Means covering the entire economy, covering the entire economy. In total covering entire economy, total employment, national income, national output, total investment, total savings, total consumption, aggregate supply, aggregate demand. These are the total whole or entire or aggregate concept cover in whole economy. So theory of income and employment also very important in a macroeconomics. Then historical review of macroeconomics. In historical review of macroeconomics, macroeconomics did exist in the past before evaluation of microeconomics in the 17th to 19th century, means 16th, 17th and 18th century. Followers of mercantilists means a group of English merchants, advocated policies to the government which were based on macro approach. In the 18th century, French thinkers tried to analyze the concept of national income and wealth. National income and wealth concepts study traditional or classical economics. Our father of economics, Professor Adam Smith, Professor Ricardo and Professor J.S. Mill discuss the determination of national income and wealth, but their macro analysis was combined with micro analysis. Thus microanalysis ruled, thus microanalysis ruled the world of economic till the word of economics till the Great Depression of 1930. Great Depression of 1930. Development of macroeconomics. Actually, development of macroeconomics after Great Depression means after 1930. J.M. Keynes, well-known economics, also publication, General Theory of Employment, Interest and Money. Listen once again. General Theory of Employment, Interest and Money, 1936. So, Lord J.M. Keynes also important contribution to development of macroeconomics. Then Keynes used a macroeconomic approach to analysis economic problems, like that population problem, unemployment problem, poverty problem. So these are the all whole economics problem study. The credit for the development of macroeconomic, the credit for the development of macroeconomic approach goes to Lord Keynes. Same microeconomics development through the well-known economics Dr. Alfred Marshall, and here macro well-known economics Lord J.M. Keynes. Then besides Keynes, Malthus, Knut Wicksell, Walras, Irving Fisher are other economists who have contributed to the development of macroeconomics. So, historical review of microeconomics is important to study in a macroeconomics. Then definitions of macroeconomics. Number 1, according to Professor J.L. Hansen. Just see here and listen carefully. Macroeconomics is that branch of economics which considers the relationship between large aggregates such as volume of employment, total amount of savings, investment, national income, etc. So, according to Professor J.L. Hansen view also very important, because macroeconomics is that branch of economics, means main two branches, number 1 micro and number 2 macro, which consider the relationship between large aggregates such as volume of employment, means in our country's total whole employment, total savings, investment and national income. These are the aggregate, these are the total study. It is called macroeconomics. When you see the picture here, macroeconomics cover all aggregate, whole or entire GDP, gross domestic product, total consumption, total production, total investment, total employment, total savings, national income means all aggregative study, all total study, all large study, it is called macroeconomics. Then second definition also very simple. According to Professor Carl Shapiro, macroeconomics deals with the functioning of the economy as a whole. Macroeconomics deals with functioning of the economy as a whole. Means in economic function, all types of economic activity, when you study large, in a economic activity means example, when our country's national income increases, automatically our PCI increases, automatically our consumption increases, saving increases, investment increases, per capita increases, and when investment increases, then automatically production level increases and total output or production increases, again national income increases. These are the functions. These are the functions of total whole economy. Means total whole economy's functions run in all types of aggregative study. In all types of aggregative study in total whole economy, it is called macroeconomics. So, according to Professor Carl Shapiro, macroeconomics deals with the functioning of the economy as a whole. As a whole means aggregate demand, aggregate supply, total employment, total savings, total investment. These are the total whole economics aggregative study. It is called macroeconomics. Then next definition, according to Professor Kenneth Boulding. Kenneth Boulding's definition is also very important to study in micro side. Then now macro. So according to Kenneth Boulding, also study comparatively micro and macro comparatively study, because of according to Kenneth Boulding, just see here, macroeconomics deals not with individual quantities, means comparison, because in micro side study particular, individual, means particular or individual study, it is called micro, but here comparison, but with the aggregates of these quantities, but with the aggregates of these quantities, not with the individual income. Means in macro not study particular household or particular person income, but with the national income. National income means total whole populations, total countries, aggregate income, it is called national income. Meaning of national income? National income is the aggregate. National income is the aggregate monetary value of all final goods and services, produced in economy in a year. It is called national income. So macro side study national income, not individual income. Next, not with individual prices, means a particular commodity's price, like that sugar price, it is called micro, but with the price level, means a general price level study in a macro side. Then not with individual outputs, a single firm's, a single industry's total output, it is called individual, but the national output or whole economy's total output or total production, it is called macro. So according to Kenneth Boulding's definition also very important, and in this definition comparative study micro side and macro side. First here micro side study particular consumer demand, a particular commodity price, and a particular firm supply. Means micro side means consumer behavior and producer behavior study, and here opposite side macroeconomics means national income, unemployment, GDP, inflation. These are the aggregative study. These are the entire study. It is called macroeconomics. Students, when you study three definitions, then a single line conclusion is macro means large or aggregate. Macro means large or aggregate. Large or aggregate means a total whole economy study. Aggregative study, it is called macroeconomics. So today we have studied in this topic means macroeconomics, introduction, historical review, and three definitions. Students, if you like this video, please share and subscribe. Then next video notification available for you. Thank you.